He's a little scooch.
Oh no, it can never be a nuisance when it's Thankful Thursday Reflections. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeanette, one of the two co-founders of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. And we have two people in a box, well, one person and an animal in a box as a special guest tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you there, Kathy?
I am here. You had an interesting intro with very slow motion verbalization. You know, live is so much fun sometimes.
Oh,
Trevor,
yeah, it's better than reality. Live is better than reality.
Absolutely.
True.
Trevor, it is such a pleasure to meet you tonight. I know that you and Jeanette have a relationship, a working relationship, which is awesome. I'm Kathy Fester, co-founder of Gratitude Appreciation Summits International. And Jeanette, you're lovely. How about introducing our guest tonight, my friend?
Well, I've known Trevor for about 4.5 years. Back, I met him networking at Connect Now Networking out in Abbotsford. He was a leader at that particular time. And he saw what I was able to do with relationship building and how, you know, I love connecting people, that human connection on social media. And he hired me to sit down for a couple of sessions to help him out. And he is the namesake for my program that I teach called the Lifting Up System, which stands for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. What's your intentions? What networks do you belong to get your goals in life? And fast forward a couple of months ago when he reached out again, because Trevor, I'm going to let you take over from here on how your life took a big change back in, I think it was October or November this past
November.
Okay.
November, yes. Yeah, so a little bit about my story. In November, I sadly tried to take my life. I took a whole bunch of pills, about 200 plus pills. I suffered with mental illness for many, many years, stemming from post-traumatic stress disorder, from many different traumas, bipolar. I was on disability for about 12 years, and I had an instance in November where I took those pills, and I was at the end of my rope, and it was a guaranteed death, the doctor said.
Wow.
But I survived. And not only did I survive, but I came out unscathed. I should have at least been brain damaged or organ failure and stuff like that. But I was gratefully, like it's gratitude, I'm so grateful that I survived. And for my whole life, I've always been a spiritual person, and I always knew I had a purpose, but I didn't really know where that fit. And for many years, I've been writing, I've been, trying to grab universal truths from the universe and saying, what's real, what's my reality, or what is reality? And through pain, all that pain that I went through for many, many years, I learned a lot of lessons. And since then, in April, I went back to my meditation roots, where I was trained in meditation and hypnosis. And I started a little documentary, and I started filming myself because I knew that that was a miracle, no doubt. And I started to reconnect with spirit. And I had an amazing experience where I broke down in a prayer in front of a camera, and I just let everything out. My feelings, my anger, my feelings of abandonment from spirit. And what I got out of it was a feeling that spirit or divine, God, whatever you want to call it, was saying, no, Trevor, you're not alone. Whatever you went through, I went through. I felt the pain with you, and you were not alone. And I just wept. And ever since that day, which I call April 8th, my new birthday, I have not experienced depression. I have not experienced anxiety, suicidal thoughts. One of my problems was I had too many thoughts in my head. Like so many swarming thoughts of depression and feelings, horrible feelings. And I have peace of mind. I no longer feel sad, depressed. I sleep at night. And when I told my psychiatrist, who I'd been seeing for 14 years, he's just baffled. He's like, I've never seen this.
That's
This is a
awesome.
mental illness. Mental illness cannot be healed. And I'm like, well, let's see what happens. And months later, like three or 4 months later, I've been discharged from his care after 14 years. And
Wow.
he's like, Trevor, you're fine. It's
Wow.
not mania. It's not mania. It's not nothing. And he's actually put in my medical file saying it is a spiritual healing, not a physical, biological one. So that prompted me to start my new business, because I just want to help people. I feel this now, and I know that what I have is teachable over the years of the things that I took from pain and the solutions that I've got. And I'm bringing it out. And
Wow.
I am wanting to help people so bad, because as we were talking a little bit about mental health with kids and with everyone, like we're just
Everyone.
strained, so strained. And if we really think about it, peace of mind is everything that we wish and hope for.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I have experienced this, I can't keep it to myself.
Wow.
That's awesome. Well, you know what I believe, because Trevor and I have been working together on this, and that word peace of mind, to me, it's something that you can see, visualize. It's not necessarily something you can touch, but it's there. So when you
Mhm.
start going away from not feeling grateful, not feeling appreciated, okay, how can I get myself back to that intangible thing that's very real to us?
Mhm.
Like each individual one of us has our own peace of mind that we are able to kind of go back to
Mhm.
and grab little pieces in order to fulfill ourselves. But that's beautiful, Trevor. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. I kind of think, also, and I'm living it right now, where I'm back at the rat race, doing and doing and doing and doing, trying to tread water. And I'll be honest, I've been drowning the last couple of weeks, and I'm just starting to tread a little bit smoother. And how do we be in that place when we're dealing with all of that stuff? And then you bring mental health on top of that. That's an added thing. And that core belief of being grateful and being in a place of gratitude is so huge. The trick is being in that modality 100% of the time. And it takes practice. It takes practice.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it does. And I promise you, it is all about meditation and connecting. Like I said, I videotaped this healing. I videotaped, like I was doing a documentary over the days that I was doing this. Like I started off as depressed, and then I was showing my meditation techniques, and it was never planned. Like I was weeping for like 22 minutes on camera,
Wow.
just pouring this out. And then I was feeling better and better and better.
Wow.
And that's where everything starts. And people talk about spirituality as if it's out there. Spirituality is here.
Inside, yeah.
It is. Calmness and peace is in you. One of my favorite quotes in the world is, within your weakness, there lies your strength sleeping.
Oh,
Oh,
And
thank you.
you're welcome. And the other thing too that I talk about is when we talk about who we actually are in life. Are we a spiritual being having a human experience? Are we a human being having a spiritual experience? In my opinion, and what I've experienced, is we are a spiritual being having a human experience. Therefore, there is so much power in that. If we really look at it, this is my body. It's a vessel. It works for me, but it's also painful. Absolutely. But my true self, I am a spiritual being. You're a spiritual being. You're a spiritual being. You're a spiritual being, and the power that we get from that it's where our passion is, it's where our confidence is, it's where our ability to make good relationships, get away from bad relationships and say, no, I'm the captain of my ship. I decide, I take control because I'm a spark of the divine. I am a spiritual being. I am my body is mortal, but I am actually immortal. You know? And if you take it from there, just like what I did, and like I have a very specific meditation technique, and that's not what a lot of spiritual, like I call myself a spiritual consultant. Some people call themselves spiritual gurus. I find that as much as they are doing great work, one thing that they haven't done is show you actually, like they'll talk about law of attraction or how to gain things, how to, find peace, but there's really no structure. They give you some simple tips or very philosophical thinking, but what's different with what I've done is I've been through the pain. I've been through the pain for so many years. And what I learned is that there is science and then there's spirituality. And in between is universal truths. That's what we need to find, is those universal truths. And knowing that you're a spark of the divine is a universal truth. So work from that, get in that. And then your life begins to shift with that in many different areas. And that's the stuff that I'm going to be teaching and speaking about in my books. I have online courses, and they're for kids, they're for the queer community, they're for women, parents, everything. And I just can't wait to do it. Like I've had this grateful experience, like we talk about gratefulness. I am so grateful to be alive, and I'm able to feel this actual feeling of joy and peace of mind. It's no better feeling, because that's all what we're trying to obtain is peace of mind. In our shopping and everything, we're trying to attain that, and it is attainable. It's teachable. And I'm glad that if it was meant to be my destiny to do this and go through all of this so I can teach other people, then all that pain was worth it to me.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, so good. I could talk to and listen to Trevor for a long, long time. And Kathy and I were talking about in April or May next year, doing a ABCs of gratitude and appreciation workshop with you, because there's so many nuggets that I know both Kathy and I want to go out. We want to unpack that. We want to unpack that. And we only have 10 minutes or so. And today is about thanking you, Trevor, for being here on this planet, to understanding your peace of mind and your wholeness here today, because you are destined for greatness, my friend. Just absolute destined for greatness.
So
Absolutely.
great to meet you tonight, Trevor. We have a tradition that we're going to close off tonight. You ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm ready.
Put our hands together, warm them up.
Warm them up.
Half a heart, half a heart.
Half a
Pump
heart.
it 3 times. 1,
2,
3.
3.
Kindness out to the
Kindness
world.
out to the world.
Kindness out to the world, and that's what it's all about. Synergy.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
It's Gratitude and Appreciation Eve next Thursday
Yes,
night.
it is.
Woo!
See you there.
I'll be there. Bye-bye.